starting chord, we're going to be on the air. We are on the air.
Excellent.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Charleston Yacht Club. I'd like to thank the Charleston Yacht Club for making the facilities available for us. I'd also like to thank our Commodore, Jim Smith, club manager, Oliver Smalls, for preparing the room for us. I know we're going to have additional people arriving. Y'all keep it down out there now. There's too many of you. They get noisy. Yeah, I know. I want to thank members of my cast. I'd like to point out that Drew Colbert cannot be here. He's our sports director. He's currently tripping around Europe on his mother and father's dime and having a wonderful time. When he comes back, he's going to be fluent in German. Deutschland, yeah. We have the lovely Brooke Fox, the finest archivist in the United States today. A comedian extraordinaire, Lance Morrison, who just recently won a competition, a global competition. We're competing for going on. We have a brand new computer engineer. And Brooke Fox is also a new member as well. They're so new they don't have the shirts yet. But John Fisher is our new computer engineer. He just recently joined the show. We have our political director who thinks Rush Limbaugh is a whip and can't commit. His name is Percy Hugo. Everybody say hello to Percy Hugo. I'd also like to thank the man who's the father of all this, a very dear friend of mine, and it really warms our hearts to see him sitting in this room with us tonight. And I'm sure it makes his lovely bride Lynn very happy too. That's Dickie Storm. Dickie. I also want to thank the candidates who are joining us tonight. Each candidate is going to be interviewed by Colbert Radio at least once on an 8-minute segment. This is to accommodate their pressing schedules. Before they do that, though, they'll be coming up here and addressing the people in the audience. Members of the audience and the press are welcome to join in. Just shout out your questions for us. After each has had their first segment, we'll invite them to do a second and even a third if time allows. We thank each candidate who have generously given up time from their schedule to be here with us tonight, especially since we know that we got that big debate coming up tomorrow night. I'd be sleeping if I were you. Invitations were extended to all of the major candidates, Democrat and Republican Party, as well as Libertarian. The Republicans were invited with Carol Campbell, Kenny Glasson, Catherine Jenrette. They're unable to be with us tonight, apparently. Larry Kabrowski, who says he will be here, and I'm going to hold him at that. I'm sure he'll get here eventually. There's a lot of problems out on the roadways, I know, and people are being held up. Mark Lutz is here with us tonight. That's it, say for Mark.
We'll clap for the ones who are actually
The ones who are actually here, you hear applause. We've got Clark Parker who's going to come tonight, but he also, now he's from Myrtle Beach, so I received word from some people who've been out there right now that there are several roadways leading to here that cars are just not moving, so maybe he'll make it, maybe he won't. So Clark Parker was invited. Paul Thurman was invited. He could not be here. He's at a function for beach night. He was interviewed by Colbert Radio last Thursday. We did some segments with him. Stovall Whitty's here with us. Mr. Whitty? Nice to see you. We also invited the Democrats. Ben Frazier, that was easy. He runs for everything every year. Robert Burton, who cannot be with us tonight. Robert Burton is an airline pilot for Delta, and he is currently up in the air on his way to Japan. So we understand that Robert Burton has been scheduled to be a guest on ColbertRadio.com for the full hour. As a matter of fact, he wants to stay with us for the entire show. Apparently, he listened to it and he liked it. But he'll be joining us on the 21st of June. We have the Libertarian candidate with us tonight as well. We have Keith Blanford. Mr. Blanford, please recognize. So, I have to explain to everybody that ColbertRadio.com is not an exclusively political show. We do a political segment because, frankly, it amuses us, and that's the whole point of the show. Whatever amuses us is what we like to talk about. This will be the first annual Meet the Candidate night here at Charleston Yacht Club, hosted by us. Of course, next year we expect a much smaller crowd than we have here tonight, and that's a little hard to believe. I thank you very much. I was thinking about that photograph that they took Elena. They have Elena Kagan that's gotten that newspaper so much trouble, the Wall Street Journal. They completely misinterpreted that thing. It turns out that Obama was looking for someone to answer the questions being sent to him from the White House press corps, and he knows that Elena Kagan can hit a softball. So that's why she been hired. Oh! I was thinking about Congress, matter of fact, about 3-4 weeks ago, and after I threw up in my mouth a little bit, it occurred to me that something had to be done. So mobilizing the vast resources at ColbertRadio.com and the Charleston Yacht Club, we put together this little soiree tonight. Tonight, the interviews with the candidates will air live on ColbertRadio.com and the archive on Ustream, Facebook, and YouTube. The trick here is YouTube. That's the one that everybody goes to. If you're hoping for an ambush, forget it. One can ask tough questions without going on a hunt. Remember, the premise of my show is be reasonable. We're not going to ask anybody who the president of Azerbaijan is. I don't think the people in Azerbaijan know who the president is or even care. Each of these people running for us are going to represent our interests in Washington, D.C. They're taking on a Herculean task. You see, unlike current members of Congress, they don't really care about how we feel about issues. Now, since we don't have an incumbent running tonight, I had to throw these questions out. I said, why am I writing these questions out? We have no incumbent. So these are questions that you won't get tonight. Did the words, I have larceny in my soul, ever pass your lips? Does the word ad scam give you the yips? Do you know what congressional pages are supposed to be used for? Are you rock solid in your principles? Unless, of course, the president signs an executive order and let you off the hook.
You missed number 3.
Number 3, oh, I love this one. Do you actually deposit your money in an account at the bank, or do you put it in your freezer? Oh. And the last one, of course, my favorite. Have you ever set the woods on fire? And if not, what qualifies you to be a United States Congressman? Well, I want to thank everyone who's attending tonight. I would especially like to thank the candidates. We're going to go in alphabetical order, starting with Republicans. And so we'll be with you. We'll be right back with ColbertRadio.com and the interviews.